Welcome back to the Diaspora channel. I hope you guys are all well. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining the show from tonight. I'm Kai Gabiam, and I showcase Black-owned businesses on this platform. I interview entrepreneurs that share their journey, their services, and also their products with us. So if you are a business owner out there and you like to join me here to share your product or services with us, please email me at the diasporachannel@gmail.com, and you'll be able also to join me here live to share everything we need to know about your business and make sure we're keeping the money within our community. So that's all this platform is about. And I also interview those that have relocated to Africa so they can share their experiences with us. And of course, that would definitely help some of you guys that would love to visit, relocate, or invest in Africa one day. So if you're new on this platform, now you know what this platform is all about. Kindly subscribe so you don't miss out on my new uploads or the next live that we'll be having next week. So another important thing I want to do right now is just a big shout out to all the supporters of this platform. You guys that support me on this platform on monthly basis, you know yourselves that I really appreciate your help. So if you like to also join the amazing people supporting me right here, kindly click on join and you're going to see our perks, and you can decide from there, or you can simply donate on PayPal or Patreon to support my work. And tonight we have another amazing guest. Yeah, that is all this platform is about, bringing the best of the best that are doing amazing things to bring the change we want to see right here in the diaspora or on the continent. And tonight our guest is joining us from Ghana, and her name is Aiyana. Yes, guys, beautiful Aiyana Adusei. I hope I'm pronouncing the surname right. And she is the founder and executive director of the ACCEP, which stands for the African Child Cultural Exchange Program. Is an international cultural exchange program that globally connects high school students from underserved communities to participate in international cultural exchange experiences. So they give or provide opportunities for international entrepreneurial internship, community building, and networking. So I'm sure you agree with me that the work this sister is doing alongside with her husband is so needed right now. So if you love to know more about what she's doing, make sure you stick around, and please do me a massive favor, share this live with someone so they can also hear Aiyana's story and see what they can also do to help, because every little help, definitely. So bonjour, bonsoir, j'espère que vous allez super bien. Moi, je suis Kai Gabiam et je mets en avant les business black-owned sur cette plateforme. Donc, si vous êtes entrepreneur et vous voulez aussi me joindre ici live pour partager vos services ou produits avec nous, envoyez-moi un mail sur thediasporachannel@gmail.com. Je fais aussi des entretiens avec ceux qui ont quitté la diaspora pour aller s'installer en Afrique. Eux aussi partagent les expériences et toutes choses qu'ils font en Afrique, enfin pour motiver aussi d'autres personnes. Et ceux qui aimeront bien sûr visiter un jour, eux aussi sauront comment se préparer proprement avant d'aller simplement visiter ou faire des investissements en Afrique. Donc, notre invitée ce soir, nous recevons Aiyana Adusei. Elle est afrodescendante. Elle a quitté récemment les États-Unis pour le Ghana. Et elle est la fondatrice et directrice exécutive de ACCEP, qui est un programme international d'échange culturel qui met en contact des lycéens de communautés mal desservies pour participer puis se connecter avec d'autres élèves aussi pour qu'ils se connaissent et puis travailler ensemble. Donc, c'est ce qu'ils font. Et puis, ils aident aussi ceux qui ont vraiment besoin d'autres choses, en fait, parce que elle est là ce soir pour nous en dire plus, mais elle a toujours été un pilier de sa communauté en dénonçant les injustices, en plaidant pour l'équité dans l'éducation. Elle a passé sa carrière dans l'enseignement et le leadership éducatif aux États-Unis, en particulier pour les étudiants handicapés dans les domaines mal desservis. Donc, elle est là ce soir pour nous parler plus de leur programme et aussi nous dire ce qui l'a fait motiver à quitter les États-Unis pour aller s'installer au Ghana, et puis les différentes choses qu'elle et puis son mari font pour amener le changement que nous voulons voir au Ghana, parce qu'en ce moment, ils travaillent uniquement avec la communauté ghanéenne. Et bon, on va voir aussi avec le temps, ils sont ouverts, elle et puis son mari sont ouverts pour aussi étendre, en fait, faire ce qu'ils sont en train de faire maintenant au Ghana dans les autres pays dans la sous-région. Donc, ce que je vais faire vers la fin, je vais résumer les points clés de notre entretien. Donc, si vous êtes nouveau sur cette plateforme, n'oubliez surtout pas de vous abonner et puis activer votre cloche, en fait, de ne pas rater mes lives prochains. Let's bring our beautiful guests on. Hi, Ayana.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
You're welcome. So good to have you here tonight. And I'm so excited about our live, because I know that what you are doing, so many people need to hear your work, your great work you are doing over there in Ghana. I know you started from the States, but I would love you, first of all, to introduce yourself, tell the viewers who you are, and a little bit background information about yourself.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Aiyana Adusei. I am from the U.S. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. A little after college, I moved to Washington, D.C., where I became a teacher. So I've taught for about 10 years, and I was an assistant principal where I worked with high school students and elementary school students with special needs. So some with learning disabilities, some with emotional disabilities. So I've done that for about 10 years. And then recently I decided to move to Ghana. So maybe about 2019 was my first trip here to the continent, where I met my husband, Kofi. We got married about, it'll be a year in July. So we've been married almost a year. I'm here doing my nonprofit. I have a nonprofit registered in the U.S. where I bring students from D.C. to Ghana for a 2-week cultural exchange program where they link up with high school students in Ghana. And then once we do that first cohort of 2 weeks exchange in Ghana, our goal is to take the Ghanaian students to the U.S. for 2 weeks the year after. So that will probably be in 2024. So that is our nonprofit. It's called ACCEP, African Child Cultural Exchange Program. And then I also assist my husband with his tour company called Bibiniba Tours, where we work to change the worldwide view of Africa through tourism, education, and repatriation. Now, that was just what we do in a nutshell, because we do a lot, but that's just kind of a nutshell of who I am and what I do here on the continent.
So good, Ayana, to see everything going on in the world. And, definitely I would say things are quite comfortable for you, in the States. So there is no like a big rush for you to say, oh, I have to do what you're doing by completely like moving from one continent to another continent where everything is probably new, to you. So
Yeah.
thanks for highlighting that, because sometimes it can be a very challenging position for people just to say, okay, I know that this is needed right now. We need things to change, but I don't think I'm ready, just like to pack everything and just go to another place. But I want to know first, like, when was actually like your first time, visiting Africa, and what was the experience like for you?
Okay. So my first time again was 2019. My sister, I was working summer school as a teacher, and my sister called me and said, I just booked us a trip to Ghana. We went to Ghana on a tour, and it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. And I've traveled to Europe, I've traveled to the Caribbean, I've traveled throughout the US, but this was my first time on the continent, and
Wow.
it just felt like I belonged here. I know for a long time I used to have dreams about Africa, like for years, and just for my sister just to randomly invite me. I didn't have any plans on coming. It was just always a dream, because sometimes people think it's like this far-fetched thing to do, like who do you call? Who do you connect? Like, how do you get there? So I came in 2019, and that's actually, I met my husband actually on the tour, which was ironic.
Oh, wow.
I met him on the tour. He was our tour guide for, he was our tour guide. And he connected like with my sister and with my friends, but I had just got fired from my job. That's another. I just got fired from my job in the U.S. as a principal because I was advocating for student rights. So as I was advocating for student rights, I got fired. I'm here in Ghana, so I wasn't in the best of spirits. I was just trying to, I was just caught up in my thoughts. And it wasn't until I got back into the States, my friend, she was still in Ghana. She was like, Kofi wants your number. And I was like, he didn't say anything to me while I was there. He waited until I leave, to come to the States. And then from there, I just started coming back and forth since then, since 2019, I've probably been back. I can't even count the amount of times. So we kind of go back and forth, but I didn't start living here permanently until this year, until December is when I finally was like, we're going to stay, we're going to do this. But we've been planning for about 2 years to move, just so it can be a smooth transition, but I'm here now.
Like that. I'm here now.
Yeah, I've given up my apartment. I sold my car. So I live here now.
And how is Ghana treating you?
I love Ghana. Ghana, sometimes Ghana gets a bad rep, but I love Ghana. It's not easy. It's not an easy transition because it's not the luxuries of the same luxuries I've had. Especially when you're starting, we're a young couple, so we're just like starting our businesses. We work remotely. My husband is in IT, so he does IT work remotely, and I still teach remotely. So we're using, that money to fuel our businesses. So it's not easy. I do love being around Black people. I love being around melanated folks all the time. I love the similarities that, even in America, Black Americans, and then I see here in Ghana. So there's a lot of similarities. So I love it. I feel free. I feel like I can be myself. I feel like I don't have to, as they call it in the States, I don't have to code switch as much. I don't have to, I can just be free to be myself. So I really enjoy being here.
Awesome. And that's one thing that I keep encouraging brothers and sisters on this platform is, at least even if you're not ready to actually move down there, start with a visit. And it's good that, you first went just on the tour, just to see and, have a feel of things. And then from there, you start meeting people, you have to do that work first. So
Yes.
you have, few people there that you can reach out to that can guide you and say, oh, this is how you do this. You don't go here, let me, it's hold your hands when you want to do these specific things, because once they start hearing the, with your accent, that they can
Yes.
tell straight away that, oh, okay. So, you need to do that. If you are listening, watching us right now, and you have that plan, make sure like you start with a visit, connect to people that you know that they are already there. So that's why you see different guests that are already on the continent that, I really, really appreciate all of them anyway for actually, taking out time to be here and share their experiences, because it's not always easy, moving from one place, to the next one. But if you do your homework properly, well, I'm not saying everything going to be perfect, but things will be a little bit easier for you.
Yeah. I can say I was really blessed because my husband is Ghanaian. So
Mm,
it was I came, I was here for a week, then the next
mm,
time I came 2 weeks, and then I came the next time a month, and then I
mm,
came an extra 2 months. But it's really important to have like a trusted local person who knows the ins and out, because I can say
mm,
I'm blessed because I've heard a lot of horror stories, and I'm blessed not to have experienced that, because my husband has shielded me from a lot of things that could have had happened to me without just being here as a foreigner or brony or so it's definitely important to connect with trusted, loyal people here. Yes.
mm.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So I know as the executive director of the ACCEP, right?
Yeah, ASAP.
Yeah, I really want you to know first of all the motivation behind you creating this organization, and also let the viewers know exactly what you do.
Okay. So I'm definitely like led by the spirit. I really believe in spirituality. For the longest time, it's always been on my heart. Again, this is before I've even been on the continent. I've always felt like I wanted to take students to Africa. I would meet people, and people are like, well, what's your ultimate dream in life? And I will always tell them my ultimate life goal is to take children to Africa. And as a teacher, I've noticed that when they teach the history of, the children, African Americans in America, they always start with slavery. It's always about what happened at slavery and what happened during colonization, but we never really talk about like the history of Africa. Even if we're talking about slavery in America, they never touch on what happened in Africa during that time. We never talk about what happened pre-slavery. So I always felt that in my heart, some way, somehow, I will take students to Africa. So once I got here, I was doing a whole lot of other stuff, and one day I linked up with one of my friends here, actually my friend Gina. She linked me with my now mentor. His name is Edwin Shepherd. If you know Edwin Shepherd, he is the founder of another cultural exchange program called BICEP, where he took in 2019, he took students from Botswana to Miami. So his hometown in Miami. And now this summer, he's taking the same Miami students to Botswana. So I was motivated because I've always felt that we need to connect our youth together, because it's such a
Mm,
disconnect sometimes as adults, that if we start with our children, when they become adults, it'll be so much easier for us to have businesses together, for us to have networks together, so we can kind of create our own diaspora network. And if we
mm,
start with our youth, they can go to college or they can start businesses together. If it won't be much of a cultural shock or cultural difference if we start with our youth. So I really got motivated just knowing that volunteering at schools here and then seeing my students in the US, there's so many similarities. There's so many, I mean, we have so many things that are against us, on the continent, in the diaspora, that if we get our children together, we can become really powerful. We can become powerful as a people. So I've just been inspired just because I was an educator and I knew that my students were thirsty for knowing more, and also seeing students here how they view Americans and Black Americans. And so just putting them together, our first trip is next summer. So I'm so excited just to see, these interactions and these collaborations.
Is so needed, like what you are doing, because even me here, I met people that, though one of their parents is actually African, they never been to Africa, so what they know is what the mainstream media push out there, and that's it. So it's down to us parents, like, to do our part to start with. But unfortunately, some people, maybe they are not in position, or they are not able, for one reason or the other, they are not doing it. So for someone like yourself, putting it on yourself to say, okay, this is what I can do, bringing those.
And I was going to say, so we raise money. So we are targeting students from underserved communities, like students who usually don't leave their neighborhoods, they don't leave their villages, they don't leave their communities. This will be 100% funded trip. They won't have to pay for anything. We'll pay for visas. We're paying for flights. We're paying for accommodation. So these are students who their parents can't afford. They can never even think about being on an airplane. So it will be 100% sponsored trip for students. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And I hope anyone in the chat right now, and you lovely people that watch this video later, please make sure, like, no matter how small, even if it's $5, it's going to make a difference. We really, really need to rally behind, people like Ayana, that took upon themselves to do something for things to rapidly change, because it's so easy to sit in our corners and keep complaining and saying, oh, they did this, they did that, but, like, okay, fine,
what are we going to do now?
okay, so like, if you know that something is wrong, and then something that is is basically like mess up our mind. Let's put it like that. So for you knowing that, what are you doing? What am I doing? So if someone actually is doing something that we strongly believe this is needed, I think the least we can do is to support, no matter how small. So thank you, Ayana, for doing this great work right now. Maybe right now you're not going to see the result like you want, but definitely these children, one day they will remember. If not for Ayana and the husband, the work they did, like let's say 5 years or 20 years or 15 years ago, I wouldn't have this knowledge I have about Africa, or vice versa. Those you are taking from Ghana as well to visit. So they also understand that it's not always what we see on TV. Like, well, when we're watching TV, there are things that are well packaged. They puts on our faces, and we believe like, oh, this is all rosy, but that is not the case. So someone needs to do that work to educate people that, okay, this is really our day-to-day, like everyday life. That's what we face. That's the challenges and this and that. So when you are saying to someone, you don't have to kill yourself in the process to come to Europe or wherever you want to go to in the West, it's not worth it. They will be able to understand what you're trying to say. So that work, I would say, is so needed, especially now, because we'll see so many things pushed so hard. You're going to say people crossing the sea, you see dead bodies, is all on us. So it's so easy to talk about it, but what are we actually doing? for that to stop. So you have to start with educating people. So far, what challenges have you faced, doing what you are doing? Because it is a lot. Like
It's
to
a lot.
spend for a
The
trip.
challenge is definitely money.
Mm-hmm.
I have the ideas, I have the school, I have the support. It is money. It's expensive. We know travel is expensive, and just raising the funds. So far I've raised $3,900. Out of my goal is to raise $5,000 by June 1st, just so
Wow.
when I can find other sponsors. So I'm looking for major sponsors, people with a lot of money who want to donate. So I think if you do only have $5 and $10, any donation, any support, if you know any resources, if you know anyone who likes to donate to these kind of causes, then that's kind of what we're looking for, just sponsorship. Other than that, everything else, since it's my passion and it's I guess it's my life purpose, is not really difficult. It's just that the money is the challenge, because if I had $1 million, if I was a millionaire, I will bring all the children. So that's just been my biggest challenge, just fundraising so far.
Okay, guys, we all just heard what Ayana just said is the resources. So, like she said, even if you are not in position to do much, by sharing this video alone, someone that already truly believe in sponsoring people, sponsoring children, or students to travel, to visit at the time, to do all the hard work, but they have the resources, so they might be able to support the work Ayana is doing. So share this video, whatever you can help with, reach out to her and see what you can do to make her work very, very easier for her, because these kind of things we can come and present it to you guys, but it's not always easy doing this and then carry on with your own thing. It's not always as easy as it may sound on the other side. So whatever you can do, please, your donation, your donations are so needed right now. Okay. let's support our sister. And Ayana, I know you also work with your husband with the tour company. So I would like you to tell us a little bit more about that, and the line as well. You guys have a apparel line, so if you can touch on that, so people can know that through that as well, they will be able to support, because I know some part of the sales and things like that still goes go towards this work, your main one.
Absolutely. So my husband, he is a certified tour operator. He actually is in computer science and IT, so he kind of pursued his passion to become a tour operator because he loves Ghana so much. He's been doing it for since 2016 under another name, but when we came together, we kind of revamped it. It's called Bibiniba Tours, which means African child and tree. So it's a tree phrase that means African child. Our mission,
if he's around, he can join us if he's free. Yeah, he can. But if he's not,
Kofi, hold on.
So guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Kindly give this live stream a thumbs up and share as well. Yeah, and big shout out to all of you guys that are supporting me. Truly appreciate all of you by sharing my content. I also need that, because it takes time for the guests, myself, to come here and share all this information with you guys. So keep sharing so others can also learn from different guests and what they are doing. I'm sure like someone is gonna find the value in watching this video, so kindly share. Hello, sir.
Hey.
He is a
How
little
are you
camera shy.
doing? Mr. Kofi.
So you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Am I okay in the
Yeah.
camera? Is it okay? Oh, okay. Hey. So,
You can see, but if you want to come a little bit closer
Oh, come
to
closer.
Mrs. Yeah, that's still good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, it's good. Perfect.
All right. Well, my name is Kofi Adusei, and I am the co-founder and the CEO of Bibiniba Tours. Yeah. So, I started operating as a tour guide since 2016, and I do tours in West Africa. So basically, I started with Senegal and Ghana. So next year I want to extend it to Togo, Benin, and have 2 countries in East Africa. That is Kenya and Tanzania as well. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So basically our tours, he is an historian. He knows everything about Africa. If you add not just West Africa, you ask him any history, he knows everything about Africa. And I think that's what really is unique about our tours, because you can ask him any question. He's a true Pan-African. And I really believe that when people come here, he makes you feel connected. Like that's what got me here. Like he really makes you feel connected to the continent. I mean, it's a spiritual connection. It's emotional. He makes people want to come back. Last year we hosted about 50 people total. We had a large group, about 27 people. Almost 30 people. And then so we had about 4 or 5 tours last year that we kind of just do together. And I think since a lot of our clients have been from the US, you know, they like to kind of see my experience here. So I think that's kind of what sets us apart. We do our own tours. And when we do have help, we get help, but we are always there for our tours because we want to just keep the integrity of our company. And we want people to understand that, you know, we love Ghana and we really love the history. And Kofi, as a Ghanaian, you know, he's trustworthy, he's loyal, he's very God-fearing man. So Bibiniba Tours has really changed our life. So yeah.
So good. I would love you to share with us if you have some upcoming tours, and also if you don't mind sharing, you know, the prices, because I already touched on that. What people need to understand is, even by booking a tour with Bibiniba, you know that you are indirectly helping, you know, these students making
a portion of our tour. So any tour that we do, we always we volunteer at local schools. We donate computers. Kofi, I'm gonna say Kofi because he is you know, they call him for school fees, they call him for uniforms, and he's always there giving to children. I mean, schools in Kumasi, schools in Accra, he's always giving back. So he wanted to make sure that with Bibiniba, that whatever we make, we have to give a portion and do a project at a school. And also we do have an apparel line where we sell t-shirts. And 100% of our t-shirts, it's called Bibiniba Apparel. 100% of that goes directly to school fees. Like he has still every day there's someone, a child's parent calling him for something. So that money goes directly to children. Yeah. And as far as our tours, we usually host the tour during December when everyone comes for holiday. But a lot of times we do work with like travel agents or people who just want to bring groups, and we kind of customize their tours. Yeah.
So we customize packages for travel agents, because mostly travel agents know the kind and type of people that they are bringing. So they will tell us the experience that they want, and we'll make sure that we make an itinerary that will suit them. That will suit the group. So
some of our packages without like accommodations or hotels starts at like $850 for like an 8-day tour. And you get air conditioned van, you get pickup from airport, drop off, 24-hour assistance. We help with like visas, we help with flights. So we have like 8-day packages.
8-day packages. We also give you the best nightlife experiences, amazing cultural practices. Yeah, we make sure you immerse yourself in the culture. You don't just come and see the castles, see the slave dungeons, see the monuments, or just see the city. Some of the cultural activities, we make sure you do some. You participate. For example, stuff like the naming ceremony, stuff like cooking skills, and also other cultural stuff, so that you feel well connected.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think our tour now in December, we're going to start promoting it next week on our Instagram page, which is Bibiniba Tours. It's from December 27th to January 3rd, and prices with accommodations are starting around $19.50 for 8 days. So it is a pricey, and I know some people when they come, they like, for me, myself, I had to take about 6 months, sometimes to a year to save up, but it's really worth the investment. I call it an investment because it changed my life. That one trip really changed my life. It changed my perspective forever. So I consider it an investment. So
I like
not
it.
just throwing away money.
It is.
And what is unique about your tours is not only like you take people to the castle and different places just for them to know, but you actually connect the culture as well, which is very, very important, because anybody can just book a flight and go and stay in a nice hotel and go to the castle or the seaside and whatever, and just come back. When it comes to the culture, they won't have no clue.
Oh no, we're pounding fufu. We're going to the Ndinkra village, seeing how the Ndinkras are made. We're seeing how kente is weaved. We do volunteer projects. That's another thing we forgot to mention. We do volunteer projects. So we go with the students, and they love when we bring people to come. So we go to schools, and the children, they come and they draw pictures. On one of our tours, we planted trees at a school. So we do like different type of projects at schools as well.
And also sometimes I also like in Kumasi, they celebrate the King's Festival, which is called Akweside. So when I have a group during that time, I make sure the group see the king, and if by chance they will be able to even dine with a king and dine with the royal family. And also the naming ceremony too, is a king, is a queen and the chief of a community in Kumasi. They will give them the traditional names and also take them through the traditions and customs. So it's a privilege to meet the chief and also a queen of a village or a community. And sometimes even the Ashanti festival, you will see the real Ashanti king. So that makes us a little bit special.
I wanted to say, on our first tour, he took us we were ushered into the king's like the palace, and we ate dinner with his granddaughter, and I'm like, what is this? So it wasn't like he's well connected. I'm like, how did this happen? We were eating with the king and his granddaughter and the chiefs. It was an amazing experience. So yeah, he definitely made sure that you're immersed in the culture.
And the prices as well is quite reasonable. So guys, take advantage of the December one. December Tours is the next one. So make sure you check out Bibiniba Tours, and go have fun. Connect with the locals, and at the same time, know that any penny, anything you spend on these tours is going. A part of it is going. A percentage is actually going towards helping the community. So that's why I really, really love what Ayana and the husband are doing. And guys, we need to support causes like this. Very, very, very important. Yeah. Too much talking. We've done the talking. Now it's time to roll our sleeves and get dirty work. And that's what they are doing. So let's support them. So Kofi, anything you would like to add before we proceed?
Anything you would like to add?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, okay. What I would say is that those watching us and those who watch later, I wanna say this, like as Marcus Garvey said, that repatriation is a must to everybody who has a black descent. So I mean, if you are Black, you're always connected to the continent. And repatriation doesn't necessarily mean that you must come and stay in Africa, but at least connect to the continent. At least try to visit any country here in Africa at least once, especially people who are in America and the Caribbean through the slave trade. You are mostly connected to the West African countries like Togo, Benin, Senegal, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria. Let me say, I had Cameroon and Gabon, which is not part of West Africa. So at least you need to come and visit these countries to connect to your ancestors. Even if you visit once, at least you've been repatriated. Yeah. So that's what I can say.
And everyone in the diaspora.
I mean, everyone in the diaspora. Everyone in the diaspora. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
everyone in the diaspora.
So where do you see the ACCEP in 5 years' time?
Oh, in 5 years, we're going to have hundreds of students coming, and we're definitely going to take hundreds of students to the U.S. I believe that it's going to be a big thing. We're going to keep working. If we, people keep reaching out to us, and we're loving that. We're loving that people see our work, and we are really low-key people, and when people reach out to us, we're like, oh my gosh, like people are noticing our work because we're just about children in the community, we're not really like flashy. So when people like you, thank you, Kai, for reaching out to us because people are noticing our work. So I think if we just continue to dedicate and stay true to our mission and stay true to, our life's goal, that is going to blow. I want to take hundreds of children in 5 years. That's the goal. Yes.
It will happen. And it's so beautiful to see both of you on my screen. And I believe so much in Black love. So I'm going to go in there. I hope you and Mr. Kofi, you are so ready for that. But because now there is a narrative out there that been pushed so hard on our people, like, oh, you can go outside where you are appreciated, where you are valued, and blah 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 blah. Go to the Philippines, go to Brazil, wherever, But seeing both of you is so beautiful. And Ayana, I'll go first, with you. What advice will you give to brothers and sisters, especially in the diaspora? And I would say even like more is hard on like the state side. What advice would you give to people that are actually looking for, a suitable partner? Because sometimes I can't find it here in the States. So, let me just go to the Philippines.
So I think that one thing that you have to have a vision, like your visions must align. It can't be for like greedy, he's trying to come to America. Like that was a big thing. We had to talk about that. Like he had no interest of like, I'm just trying to come to America to live this life. No, he wants to be in Ghana, do the work on Ghana, and make sure that you have to have a vision. And before love, before everything else, our visions connected. We both love children. We both love giving back. So that came before the love. And so, because without the love, then, it's something that holds us together. So I know everybody's looking for love, but you got to look for someone who has a vision and purpose in life. I think that's the key. I think look for someone who has vision and purpose.
Vision and purpose, guys. And it will happen. It will happen. But you don't really have to keep pushing others. If that's where you find your joy, your peace, your happiness, good for you. But you don't have to push that on others.
You don't have to put it on others. Yeah. That's for my advice. Like just especially if you as a woman, if you have vision, make sure that he has vision. Because if he doesn't, then you'll find someone who does. Yep. You have to be in sync.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Kofi, do you want to add anything?
Advice?
Right, like looking for love on the camera.
Okay. Okay, well, so my advice is that what's the question? Looking for love.
Yeah, like what advice would you give for people who's looking for love here?
Oh, the only advice that I will give is that we have so many good guys here. Of course, everybody is a good guy, but as Ayana said, like vision and purpose. And first of all, you must know what brought you to the continent. What is your vision to the continent? I know that everybody, you're not just fine, you can come to Africa to visit, but when you visit and you want to stay on the continent, there's something that has moved you or pushed you to stay. So you need to find a partner who will help you to pursue that vision that brought you here. Yeah, and also, I mean, I would say everybody knows that the system in Africa, it's not all that good as you compare to maybe America or UK or the diaspora. I mean, especially the Western world, the Western diaspora. I mean, but the whole thing is like, don't just think that maybe the guy won't only the documents or the green card to go to America or whatever. I mean, make sure it's the, as you said, the vision and the purpose. Yeah, I don't want to talk myself.
Yeah, well said. Well said, both of you. The vision and purpose, you know, those two have to align, and you take it from there. If it's meant to happen in Ghana, Senegal, the Gambia, Cameroon, but be open. Don't have a closed mind.
Yeah, be open. That's another thing. You have to be open. Yes. And the list. If you have that list, that checklist of we have that checklist. Like, he has to be this.
You need to sacrifice, because cultural difference is a big thing.
Yeah.
So you just need to sacrifice. Yeah. And I mean, we are all sacrificing. It's not easy as in easy, because I need to adjust. She needs to adjust.
That's right.
Yeah. So that is one thing you must know. It's not like so easy, like, oh, I'm just fitting in. Oh, I meet my husband, I meet my my wife. It's a lot of work. You are two people coming from different cultures, and it's an easy. Yeah. So aside vision and purpose, too, it requires a lot of sacrifice and adjustment. I mean, yeah.
Good, guys. Thanks so much for those advice. I'm sure people will definitely be grateful, and thankful as well, because most of the time we think we know it all because we are on this side, but you have to have that open mind and go elsewhere, meet people, and only God knows what will be the results. But so yeah, the next thing I really want you to let the viewers know where they can find you and support your work.
Okay. So our website is bee-bee-NEE-ba Tours.com. So there's bee-bee-NEE-ba, bee-bee-NEE-ba tours.com. And then also I on Instagram, I'm _eternal_blossom_. You can find my link tree there. I don't have a website yet for ACCEP, but I do have a GoFundMe to reach my goal. That's again on my Instagram at _eternal_blossom_. So yep. So bee-bee-NEE-ba. We're on Instagram as well.
Yeah. And also, if you also want to purchase one of our
t-shirts is at bee-bee-NEE-ba Apparel.com. I think the site is going to be up. We had a little problem with the site. I think I think it's fixing it in the next few days. But yeah, so bee-bee-NEE-ba Apparel.com is where you can purchase a t-shirt. And that 100% of that goes to students here and on the continent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also
but ACCEP. It's on my Instagram.
Okay, it's on your Instagram.
Okay. So I'll put all those I have the link tree already in the description box, but I'll add the website as well, both websites, so you guys can maybe order a t-shirt or the GoFundMe. Just put something there to support our sister and the husband for what they are doing.
Tour too.
And the tours, guys. We said that like even the price for Ghana, and to take you guys around, I think is a great price. And for anyone that is really looking forward or want to go to Ghana, you can't beat this. So
and we try to keep it affordable, yes, because we want people to come.
Yeah, and encourage you guys. So everything will be in the description box, and feel free to reach out to both of them on Instagram. Donc pour nos frères et sœurs francophones, j'ai dit déjà au début de ce live que je vais essayer de partager les points clés. Donc, avec Ayana et son mari, ce qu'ils font avec ils ont en fait une agence. Là, ils organisent les excursions sur l'Afrique aussi, qui s'appelle Bibiniba Tours. Donc, si vous voulez visiter, par exemple, le Ghana, bien sûr, vont aussi inclure d'autres pays dans la sous-région. Mais si vous voulez visiter le Ghana avec $800, bon, ils seront en mesure de prendre ils vont vraiment vous amener visiter différentes places, par exemple, ou endroits, et puis le roi, par exemple, la reine, et tout ça. Donc, c'est pas comme juste les agences qu'on a, et puis bon, il prend l'argent, et puis c'est tout, quoi. C'est la connexion que vous aurez, en fait, avec les frères et sœurs ghanéens. Donc, et puis le prix aussi est vraiment, vraiment abordable. Et là, je crois, le ticket, le billet d'avion, et puis là où vous allez rester, par exemple, l'hôtel, vous allez vous occuper de ça. Mais concernant les différents endroits, par exemple, touristiques, eux, ils vont vous amener là où vous devrez aller pour connaître le Ghana. Donc, ce qui est aussi important, c'est qu'un pourcentage, ils vendent aussi les t-shirts. Oui, donc je vais mettre tous les barres de description, comme ça vous pouvez franchement leur soutenir en achetant même un t-shirt, parce que un pourcentage du produit de leur tour, de leur agence, par exemple, ou des produits que vous allez acheter, iront directement au soutien des étudiants et puis les plus vulnérables au Ghana, les personnes les plus vulnérables au Ghana, ils les aident. Donc, ils ont besoin de notre aide. Donc, tout ce que vous pouvez faire, même si c'est un t-shirt, vous pouvez acheter, et ça aussi, ça fera ça aidera quand même ce que notre frère et sœur sont en train de faire au Ghana. Donc, tout ce que vous pouvez faire pour les soutenir, là, ils sont sur Instagram. Je vais mettre tout ça dans la barre de description. Vous pouvez les contacter et voir aussi comment vous pouvez aussi les soutenir si vous n'allez pas acheter. Peut-être vous connaissez quelqu'un qui peut les aider avec ce qu'ils font aussi. Ils ont besoin des sous, quoi. Voilà. Donc, tout ce que vous pouvez faire, même si c'est 10 euros, 20 euros ou dollars, je suis sûre qu'ils vont beaucoup apprécier ça. Donc, si c'est votre première fois, n'oubliez pas de liker, partager ce live avec la famille et les amis. Et merci de nous avoir suivis ce soir. À très, très bientôt. So, Mr. and Mrs. Adusei, anything you like to say before we round up tonight?
Oh yeah, we do. We are, and we're not YouTubers, but we do have a YouTube channel. I forgot.
Okay.
It's called the West African Backpackers, and West African Backpackers. It kind of just shows us on our adventures throughout West Africa. We're actually going to Togo tomorrow, so we'll document that trip as well. So yeah.
Okay.
And if you speak French, I'm like, you need to come with us to be our translator.
Next time, for sure. Next time, go and enjoy some akpele et ademe. That's our specialty. You know, delicacy. So go and enjoy some, and then you know, you let me know what you think. But I'm sure both of you're going to love it. So guys, I hope I'm sure. I don't even know if I'm sure you find a value in this life. Make sure, please support our brother and sister right here by sharing this video. And once I get the link for the GoFundMe, I'll add that as well, so you can support them. No matter how you think, oh, this will be small, I'm sure it's gonna make a big difference. So thanks so much, guys, for tuning in tonight. And subscribe. Yes, subscribe. And follow me as well on Instagram, so you'll be aware of our upcoming guests, and you can also learn from them. We are all about growing, learning, and building our communities wherever you find yourself you know that you're supposed to be, and I supposed to be, our brothers and sisters keeper always, wherever we find ourselves. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight, and good night.
Bye.